Hello everyone, my name is Sonny Herman. I'm with cmh3studio and today I'm doing a quick tutorial on an app I made with mobincube.com. It's an app that kind of is similar to what you've seen on Facebook where they ask you a series of questions and then it comes back with a result. I think you've seen it before. This app is very similar. It asks 5 random questions and then it gives what apparently is a result or a trend factor that the user can then share with others on Twitter or Facebook and alike. The app utilizes mobincube, which is an excellent tool for just creating simple but fun apps. And in this particular app, I utilize the database type screens where I'm going to filter on the actual data itself to get the results I want. And I'm also using the sorting order of random to help give the appearance of random questions being asked to the user. And then, of course, a result, which I'll go ahead and spoiler alert tell you the result or your trend factor is not based off of what you answered. It's just also random. So going back to the app, let's kind of just walk through it. So the first thing you do is you click on here and you get your first, oh, you get your first ad. So isn't that great? Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I don't want to watch this ad and neither do you. I'm going to do a little note to myself to take off ads whenever I'm going to do a tutorial, so I apologize for that. But let's get to the first of what the app is doing with the data. So as you can see, it brings up this person named Grant Gustin. And how it did that was it actually went to a screen on the app. It's called Hot Trender, and it uses a single database. And in that database, I'll give you a quick preview of it. It has a list of other hot trenders: Charlize Theron, Tom Petty, Caitlyn Jenner. Okay. And it also has their photo and it has this status. And I use the column status in just about every one of my databases. And the reason why I do that is it helps control what I want to display to the user. Now, this is a cloud-based database, but it would also work on a database that you set up on the app itself or local. The cloud one, it allows me to do things without having to republish the app. So I can add more people here. I can inactivate the status by simply deleting the word status or active. And when it comes to the filters and order, obviously I've got this tied to equaling the word active. So if that particular record doesn't have the word active in it, it won't display. And that's how I can control that cloud and record displaying. So how do you get to a single result? Well, instead of doing a list of your database, you do what's called a detail view. And in the detail view, it's only going to show you one record. Well, I want to ask, or I want the system to show me just one hot trender, right? I don't want to show many. I want to give the appearance that, you're going against this guy. So I do this random sorting order, and when it does that, the app will only display one of the records, and it's going to be random every time the app runs, or at least that's the intent. And this also happens to be the exact same process I do for all the questions in the database. Right, I have like a questions bank of database, and here this is really just a duplicate of the exact same screen, but what it gives is the appearance of asking question 1 to the user, asking question 2 to the user, and of course they do the same thing, right? They show the question, they show the answers, and then it just randomly chooses one question out of the whole set of data. So there's about, I think, 35, maybe 40 questions in here, and I probably need to take a look at that one. That looks like it's busted. But if you go back and take a look at the app, we'll see how the questions in the questions database kind of give the appearance of asking one question at random. All right, another ad. How about that? Maybe that's a little bit too much overkill. So the first question is a random question asked which type of green vehicle is better, hybrid, all electric, compressed natural gas, fuel cell. I think I'll just do hybrid. And then I'm on question bank number 2. What eye color do you find sexiest? Probably green. And now it's going to go to question bank number 3. Again, it's the same question bank over and over again. It's just picking one answer, which is utilizing the sequence random and displaying just the detail of the record. Do I pay at the pump? Yes. And then I think this would be question 4, water. And our last question is, do I watch Stranger Things? And yes, I do. I do watch that show. So this Get Your Score is going to go to a quick video. And the intent of the video is kind of give some kind of hesitation to let the user think that something's being calculated. There is no calculation really. It's just going to go to this last database screen which shows result. And of course, without fail, my result screen is also the same thing. A simple random result of one particular record. And in this table, they are just simply all the scores or trend factors that the user is going to see. And it's going to randomly pick them, and we'll see that here. So here's your little calculator of something or nothing going on. Sorry. And then it's going to calculate your score, and it says, I got a 79. Well, great. That's wonderful. And of course, the user can click on this and share on Twitter and such, but it doesn't mean anything. That result is just a random number. But the app kind of gives the appearance that, boy, if I take this test and I answer 5 questions in a row, would I get a score that was as good as these celebrities or other hot trenders that are out there? So let's start the process over again. Well, this time now I'm going against Jennifer Lopez. Well, let's see what questions we have. What is your pet peeve? People that don't signal. There's that question again. There's roughly about 40 questions, and of course the system during this little demo is asking the same questions you saw before. No. But it's kind of fun, and I think that if you built an app that kind of had that same like I said on Facebook, where you answer questions and it tells you your spirit animal is a lion. It's kind of like the same thing. Whoa, this time I got a 90. That's pretty impressive. I think I might share that with, someone else on Twitter so that the system will try to, in this case, it's going to pull up, this is BlueStack. I don't think I talked about what BlueStack is. BlueStack is the actual emulator that I'm using to run the Android apps. And I kind of like it because it's easy to install. It's easy to use. I will warn you, you want to make sure you're running an antivirus software with this particular product. I've noticed it gets a little strange, and I all of a sudden get notifications that some virus is on my computer. So it only seems to be happening when I'm running this particular product called BlueStack, but it's kind of fun. It's a good way to do your testing, to do your quick prototyping while using mobincube in the background. You obviously can do your previews, and then you can generate the demo or the link to the app. So like in this case, if you kick that off, you will get a link at the end, and then you take that link, come back over here, you throw it into a Chrome browser, and it will, hopefully the Chrome browser here will show up. Hold on one second. There we go. So this kind of gives you the ability to go in here, put in your link from your Android development, and you put that actually right there. Then you hit enter. It downloads the product or the demo app, and then you can actually go back into your screens and demo any one of your old apps that you've either just prototyped or want to see how it finally shows up at the end. So this is a pretty good tool to do some prototyping. Uh, I find it better than having it on my phone because when I use my phone, I do the prototype, I do the download, then I run through it, find my problems, go back and fix them in edit mode, and do the whole process again. But then I have to delete the the download. I got to delete the or uninstall the app, and it's just kind of a pain. So I like this desktop product because then I can see it in front of me and go through it. So that's basically it, what I wanted to show you in this tutorial. I hope you find it informative. Please leave some feedback. Let me know what you think. I'd like to do these more often, but I don't know what to do or what you guys might like to see from the different things in mobincube. A lot of the harder stuff is like setting values like cookies and variables, but I also think they're quite powerful, and so I'd like to incorporate how to do that maybe in the future. So thank you again for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it.